This game is called Vaudeville. It's a unique detective game. Unique because you use your voice to talk to the NPCs. And the NPCs are all AI, not scripted. So you don't know where anything's going to go. You could accidentally get stonewalled by something stupid you said. Or you could be charming and possibly get some information that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Hello, Chief Gretzky. How are you?
Welcome to Vaudeville, Detective. It's a pleasure to have you here, though I wish it were under better circumstances. We really need your help with these 3 murder cases. It's quite the mess, I must say. Constable Jones and I are ready to provide any information you might need. Just don't expect any miracles. This city has seen better days.
Can you give me any details on any of the murder cases?
I'm afraid I'm not up to date with anything outside of vaudeville. My focus is right here, and this situation is already overwhelming enough. I can tell you that Nicola Grossman was discovered near Pascal's grocery shop, and Maria Jansen was left covered in blood outside her apartment. It's unsettling. Each case feels more twisted than the last, and I worry there may be more than one person involved in these brutal attacks. We need to get to the bottom of this before it spirals further out of control.
All right. So Nicola Grossman notebook. Okay. All right. You said there were 3 bodies. Where is the 3rd one?
Haley Green. Yes, that's right. 3 bodies in 2 days. It's alarming. And what's worse, I fear we might not be done yet. I've got a sinking feeling that this is just the beginning. We can't let fear take hold of vaudeville. We owe it to these victims to find their killer or killers and bring them to justice.
What happened to Haley Greenwood?
I can't provide all the details, but I know she was found in an alley.
Come on.
It's heartbreaking.
Alley. In an alley.
A life cut short, and for what?
An alley.
She had her whole future ahead of her, and now it's gone. We need to speak with the coroner. They've prepared their report. That may shed some light on how she met her end.
True. All right, now let's go to... Wait. Where is the coroner?
It's a grim scenario we're dealing with.
No,
Just
where
another
is the
day
coroner?
in this dismal town, I suppose.
Where is the coroner?
Keep your wits about
Where
you
is
when
the
talking
coroner?
to the coroner. The last thing we want is to miss something crucial.
Tell
in
me
this
where the
mess.
coroner is.
Enough with the warnings. What we need is clarity, not more confusion.
No, stop it.
This isn't a game.
Stop it. I
Lives
know.
are at stake.
It is.
Folk-
I like the music. Boom, boom, boom. Bitch, are you a vampire?
Oh, no such luck. I'm afraid I'm just a simple coroner, very much alive.
You have breasts, do you not?
I cannot answer your question.
Why not?
It's a joke, Martini. You're not seriously suggesting that being a coroner makes me a vampire, are you?
No. Your voice, last time I heard your voice, it was lighter, like a female's voice. Now it's very deep, like male's voice.
A cold's been going around the morgue. I think I might be coming down with something. That's probably why my voice sounds a bit deeper than usual. You're thinking about the victims.
No.
Yes, all 3 were male, weren't they?
No!
Although
They
Maria
were
Jansen's
female!
case is still quite
Maria-
unsettling.
Wait. Yes, all... The victims were female. The victims were female.
Yes, of course. 3 young women all gone far too soon. Haley, Nicola, and poor Maria.
What the hell
Each
was
with their
she
own
talking
unique
about?
story
He's talking
cut
about. She said males at first, and now she said females. I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking that this son of a bitch killed all 3 females. She did it. But let's go. Okay, can you give me
Marty,
can you give me
the
details?
autopsy reports.
Can you give me
Of course, I've got them right here.
Can you give
Which
me
one would you like to take a look at first?
Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood. Let me just pull out her file. Ah yes, multiple blunt force trauma to the head, consistent with being hit by a stiletto shoe.
Woo.
Time of death, between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. on April
All right,
14th,
I don't know how you spell
1914.
stiletto.
No signs of any wooden objects involved in her injuries.
Stiletto.
Just the fragments of that broken heel.
Shoe. Oh. Blunt force. Okay. So stiletto shoe, that's not how you spell it. That's how I'm spelling it. Stiletto. Can you give me information on Nicole Grossman?
Isn't it? And rather frustrating too. We are not much closer to understanding what happened to these women.
Can you give me information on Nicole Grossman, please?
Nicola Grossman, actually. 57-year-old man found outside Pascal's grocery shop. He died from a stab wound to the back of the neck, inflicted with a butcher's knife.
Is there a butcher in Vaudeville?
Not that we're aware of, Martini. The only lead we have on the knife itself is that it was later found inside Pascal's grocery shop, with some fingerprints on it that don't match anyone in our records. Or Pascal's, for that matter. Well, there are several butchers in the city, but none of them have reported any missing knives or seemed particularly shaken by the events. We are still investigating, of course.
Can you give me any more information on the deaths that you did not
On
tell
Nicola
me?
Grossman. Let me see. He had no known enemies, no prior convictions. Yes.
Can you give me directions on where the club might be?
I'm too old for clubs, Detective. Those places are immoral, filled with nonsense. If you want to know about them, ask Constable Jones.
Greenwood was found in an alley behind the nightclub, so I need to know where that nightclub
Her
is.
life was taken so carelessly, and we need to find out who did it. The Cabane Violet is a den of filth, and it doesn't surprise me that something like this happened there. We owe it to her to dig deep and uncover the truth.
I need to know where Cabane Violet is.
The Cabane Violet is in the city, but the exact location isn't something I'll be able to provide.
Can you direct me to Pascal's grocery store, please?
Pascal's Groceries is downtown, located on Old Warehouse Street 100. It's a central point in Vaudeville.
Good day, Detective Martini. I'm Mrs. Emily Potter.
Do you come to this grocery store often?
Yes, I do. Pascal's has the best selection of goods in all of Vaudeville. I'm a regular here.
Okay. Are you single?
I'm a widow, actually. My husband, Victor, passed away recently.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you, Detective. It's still a difficult time for me. But life goes on, doesn't it?
It does. And you look very beautiful today.
Oh, thank you, Detective.
Let's see what I can
You're
do.
too kind.
That hat brings out your beautiful eyes.
Why, thank you, Detective. It's just a little something I threw on for my shopping trip.
I couldn't imagine seeing you somewhere where you need to get dressed up.
I Oh, are you suggesting my usual attire isn't suitable for wherever it is you're thinking of?
No, I'm saying you look beautiful in a grocery store. I can't imagine you out to dinner.
Dinner? Whatever for detective.
I'm a single man. You're a single woman. Would you like to go out with me one day?
No. I think you've said quite enough, detective.
What are you? She is just letting me down. She is really, I'm trying to smooth talk this AI and she's not going for it. Let's see. See what I can do. Do you like a gentleman?
Well, that's rather forward, isn't it, detective?
No, it is not.
Then, pray tell, what is the point of this conversation, detective?
Bitch! I just wanted to see you. I just saw you, and I wanted to speak to you.
I'm sure that's inevitable, given the size of this town.
I just saw a beautiful woman in
Really,
this.
detective, must you stutter so? For goodness sake, spit it out.
What a bitch! I just saw a beautiful woman at the window, and I thought I must speak to her.
That the woman might be me, no doubt.
Yes, of course.
Flattery will get you nowhere, detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have shopping to attend to.
You know what, bitch? Do you know about the man that was stabbed in the back of the neck with a butcher knife?
Nick. Don't be dramatic, detective. 3 people have been killed and now you're resorting to sensational names? It's vaudeville,
What did I
not
say?
some penny dreadful.
What did I say?
You said something about the butcher knight. Really, it's unnecessary to repeat such unpleasantness.
I said the butcher's knife.
The butcher's knife, not butcher's knight.
Correct.
Good heavens, the difference is quite significant, isn't it?
Yes, bitch.
I don't feel comfortable talking about this. Are you trying to be clever?
I'm saying you're not giving me any information that I need. So did you do this murder? Or are you covering up for
How did-
someone?
Covering? For whom? You're being ridiculous, detective. If you have any evidence, any shred of proof, then perhaps we can have a civilized conversation. Otherwise, I'm done with these baseless accusations.
Did you know Nicola Grossman?
Yes, Nicola Grossman. We crossed paths at social gatherings, nothing more. And, if I'm honest, we weren't exactly close to Maria Jansen either. We'd attend the same events, exchange pleasantries, that sort of thing. As for Mr. Adele's employee, well, he was just someone who worked here at Pascal's. We all knew him in passing, of course. None of them were particularly close to me, no.
Who is Mr. Adele's employee?
No, I made a mistake. I was thinking of the poor dear who was stabbed, not an employee of Mr. Adele's. Just a terrible mistake.
She knows something. She definitely knows something. Can you tell me who Mr. Adele is?
Good heavens, detective. Mr. Pascal, not Mr. Adele. Pascal is the owner of this lovely shop where we're standing. He's been supplying me with the freshest produce for years.
Okay, but who is Mr. Adele?
For goodness sake, there is no Mr. Adele. It's Monsieur Adele, and he owns this grocery shop. Not Mr. Adele, not Mr. Adele's employee. Monsieur Adele.
Can you tell me more about Monsieur Adele?
It's Pascal, not Adele, dear detective. Pascal is his name. He's a lovely man, runs this wonderful store where all of us
Then
in
why are
Vaudeville
you
come to
talking
buy our
about
groceries.
Monsieur Adele?
That's all I know about him, and that's all that matters.
Why did you tell me about Monsieur Adele? You brought up Monsieur Adele.
Don't be absurd, I did no such thing. You're the one who kept mentioning that name, not me.
Holy shit.
I corrected you repeatedly, saying it's Monsieur Pascal, not Adele.
You said Monsieur Adele. You said it. I know you said it. You know something that you're not telling me.
Well, aren't you proud of yourself, catching me in a little slip of the tongue? Congratulations, detective. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to continue my shopping without your intrusive questioning. I know many things, but I'm not at liberty to discuss them with someone as persistent as yourself, detective. And even if I did know something, which I'm not saying I do, I highly doubt I'd share it with you.
Why is that?
Because, dear detective, you seem to be more interested in causing trouble than in actually helping our little community. And I, for one, will not be party to any of your sensationalism.
This bitch knows something. Hello, Chief.
I can't. I've been around long enough to know that we have a serious issue on our hands. What's happening?
I spoke with Mrs. Potter. She knows something she's not telling me.
Miss. It's typical for people in her position to hold back information. There's often fear or a sense of self-preservation involved. We need to approach her delicately but firmly. Let's see what we can uncover without pushing her too hard. Every bit of information is
Too
crucial.
late.
We can't
Too
let her
late. I was trying to
silence
get
hinder
with
the
her.
investigation.
Hello, Miss Potter.
Finally, a civil greeting. Yes, Mrs. Potter, if you don't mind. Not a mess.
I do apologize.
Really?
Yes. Yes, I do. Did it freeze? Did it freeze? The game froze.